and it's one of my favorites just because once you get all this traffic, you have to do something with it, right? And it's not always clear what you can do. So I want to talk a little bit about this. So for Kissmetrics, as well as for some of my other businesses, including QuickSprout, content directly leads to everything else. So we get customers because of it, and we also get all these tactical things. So we get newsletter subscribers, webinar attendees, website visitors, trial signups, downloads, backlinks, attention, all that kind of stuff just because of content. So we found that this one thing can really help anyone create an audience and create a really, really large sort of traffic generator that you own, and you can convert from it. So if you remember, these are the marketing guides, and we have a whole page with all the marketing guides. And then when you click on one, it basically is lead gen for us. So what we've done is we've actually taken content we have on our support side or on our blog and turned it into what many people would call gated content, where you have to sign up, you become a lead basically if you do it. And this has been great. This generates a ton of leads. And then same with the webinars. We have landing pages for the webinars. We record them. And you can attend them live as well, and they've been really useful and helpful in helping us scale kind of customer acquisition and get more and more leads over at Kissmetrics. One other thing I'll say is that at one point in the business, over a year-long period, we had a 1,000% increase in our trial signups. We were already at hundreds when we started, and so the 1,000% increase was really, really impactful. But what was happening during the time is in the red line, so the green line is our trial signups, and the red line is our traffic. So even though our traffic was going down at this point, just because Google decided to change some rules around search and they impacted us and many other sites, we were still able to keep our conversions up and get more signups. So one of the ways we did that is we got really aggressive about testing a lot of things. And so one of the tests we ran was this homepage test, which is no longer in effect, but a lot of the components of it are. But one of the key things that got us those signups were this combination of things we discovered. So previously we made people ask them for their email, their password, and some more information about them. So it was a normal, typical sign-up form. What we did is we started using Google authentication and started getting people to sign up with Google. So that was about a 60% increase in signups. Then we tested the button and figured out the copy, and we figured out that login with Google ended up converting better than sign up with Google or sign up now or any of that kind of stuff. That was another 30% improvement. And then we decided to add a URL and see if people would get committed before they sign up, and that ended up, ironically, we didn't think it would, but it ended up increasing by about 37% the form field. And then last but not least, we had 11% improvement by having this little link at the bottom, because this page was very sparse and it didn't have that much information. So yeah, this is the kind of improvements we saw just by tweaking it despite losing a lot of traffic. And then this is the sort of final conversion thing, is once we added this sort of what we call a welcome sort of bar or welcome mat or whatever to the every page of the blog, we got a third more signups, so 33% more signups from the blog, just because of adding this across the whole blog, and including the login with Google, the same message, and the URL box. So we basically learned a bunch of stuff on our homepage, which ended up getting a lot of traffic because of all the content we create, and ended up putting that on the blog and converting a lot more, a hell of a lot more visitors, which has led to a lot of the growth that basically Kissmetrics has today.